I have to build this book management app, and inside this book management app I have to perform CRUD operation like create, read, update and delete on every book. And time limit is 3 hours. And for front end I will use React, and for backend I will use Node.js. And this book management app have two routes, two pages. In home page it's a book list that have all books, and if I click on this delete button it should be deleted from this book list. And next page, second page will be add book page, and inside this it should be form. And if I fill this form and add click on add book button, it should be appear on this book list. So let me start the timer. So timer is started, and let me go to that book management folder, and here I can create. Let's start with backend, and let me open inside folder VS Code. So for this let me do npm init y package dot json file, and let me use libraries. That will be npm install. uh, I am using MongoDB database for, so let me use Mongoose for connecting to database and using query interface uh, for getting that data. So let me use Mongoose Express for handling request, get, post and creating server, and course for giving permission to that domain for what that domain can do with the server. Then course next .env, we can separate our uh, credential information in separate file .env. Then we can use nodemon for not restarting, uh, not we have to explicitly restarting every time. Control C, then restart every time the server. Let me install this, let me click enter. So it should be, so I haven't give the space I think here, that's why it's giving error. So let me again use and give me space here on the, here I give the space. So if I press enter, what is the error? npmi mongoose express course.env, but it's not working. npm install mongoose express course dot, yes, spelling is mistake, not .env, spelling mistake. So let me use .env here. 5 minutes already and I am just installing libraries. Da, 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 da. So all libraries are installed, and let me use nodemon here. Let use after this. Let me first create index.js, then we can run this file on nodemon. Let me use start command, npm start, then it will run that nodemon index js. Then I can start npm start. As you can see, it's working. If I click control save, it will again restart again and again. Let me connect with database, db.connect.js. Let me use mongoose library for connecting with our mongoose database. Mongoose dot not dot connect, that will be we are using for connecting library, mongoose. Then let me create one function, const initialize database, that will be connect will be return promise we have to use asynchronous function, and for handling error we can use try and catch error. Const is connected wait, mongoose dot connect method dot connect. If is connected, then say console.log connected successfully. I have to pass here mongo URI that we can separate in store in .env file. Environment variable name will be mongo URI, that string copy paste. Here also we can add a port that we needed in future. mongoose.connect, here we can do console.log if there is some problem in try. Here safe failed to connect. Also print that error. What will be that error? Let's get library of .env, require .env, then we have to use config function const mongo URI. Let me use same name, you can use any name, mongo URI process dot en environment, then you can use mongo URI. Then we can receive that URI here. It should be connected now, and let me export module dot export is equal to initialize database import const initialize database require from db connect. It should be show message. If I save here, it should be here. As you can see, I just refreshed, it say connect successfully, so it's connected with our database successfully. Now Let's create server with express const import express require express. Let's store that express function in app function invoke app.get. For listening on port we use listen and port. Second argument callback function console.log. Let me use template literal. Server is running on port, that will be this port parameter argument or parameter that we are getting from environment process.env.port. If there is busy 3000 is busy, then use 5000. Yes, 3000 is busy, then use 5000. Let me check server is running. So here as you can see, service is running on port 3000. Server 3000 server is not busy. Now let's check on browser. Let me create app.get, and then first argument route, second argument callback function. It will receive implicitly two argument request response parameter, and in response let's send hello from book server. Hello from book server. If I go to browser and if I put /localhost, it's say hello from book server. Everything working fine. What is this? Everything work is fine, server is working fine. So let create schema for this app, schema and model. Let me do models. Inside model folder can do books, book.model.js, then const mongoose. We are using two methods, schema and dot model, mongoose dot schema and mongoose dot model. So we need mongoose library here. Mongoose const create books schema, new mongoose dot schema, timestamp true. It will give created and updated at implicitly give property inside our document. Timestamp will be true. Then what property we need? Title, author, genre rating. Title will be type string. Validation required true. Author, this is also string, required true. Genre rating will be number required true, yes. Minimum, here validation will be minimum will be 0 rating, maximum will be 5 rating, default will be 0. Genre also, genre, let me use string, and it's have enum array, that will be action. What are the genre? Fiction, adventure, fantasy. Let me use fiction, adventure, fantasy. So let me use this only. We can update in future if we want. We can update this field also if we want. We can change or modify in future. Let me use this only, so it will user have to use only this value, otherwise it will give a and validation error. Genre, spelling is correct. No, spelling is wrong. Genre, yes. Spelling is oh, I can rating. Okay, now I can use model, book model, mongoose model. First is collection name, my like CRUD books. Let use CRUD books. Book schema. Second argument. Let me export module dot exports model, books model. Let import inside index.js const book model is equal to require from models, from books models model, and I can let first create. We have to use express middleware express.json, otherwise we can't get data from request body. So let me use otherwise it will give undefined app dot post. Route will be books. Request response, this should be async. Model query will be return response or not response promise, so we can use asynchronous function and handle error here. We can use response For now, response status, we are not here handling any validation error. If we have time, then we 20 minutes already done. If we have time in last, then we can handle that validation error. Right now it's only internal server error. internal internal server error. Then we have to get the data from so browser only can do get on that URL. We have to use postman for doing all kind of things like post and allow. So I have already this route, so let me do books, then post, then inside body. So I think this previously I made schema, but this is different. I have to use this schema here: title, author, genre and rating. So let me create here inside body row it should be post localhost. Let me copy paste this and let me use that schema. Let me close this. Title, author, genre will be this, rating will be 4.7, that will be number. So here title, the acclamatic, and author Paulo Coelho. Genre action, let me use action and 4.7. so if I click on send, it should be inside this route we are handling here. So if I do console.log, request.body, this body, and if I send, it should be on the log here inside log. So if I do send, it's say undefined, so I previously say that we have to convert that into JSON. We have to use middleware app.use express.json. now it should be working. Send, As you can see, data are here, title, author, genre and rating. So working fine. Now we can store this inside our database. Const new book, wait, this will not return, promise not. New book model, inside this will be request body. We can use save method that will return promise saved book is equal to book dot save. Oh wait, and you can response and response status 201 for creation JSON, not error, saved book, new book. Yes, we have to save this, not that. Now it should be working. In response we should show this. Yes, it's working, it's created. If I go to my database on the what we call my book, not my book, CRUD C, CRUD 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 book. There is no CRUD. I have to refresh again. Let me refresh. So there will be CRUD books collection, and here that we give that edit, and it's working. Let's get that. Next will be get that book, add books, 28 minutes, get books. Let me use this, get books request all books. Await book model dot find all books. If I go to localhost / books, there will be data. Yes, it's working. Delete books on that book ID. Delete find by ID and delete book ID. We have to pass book ID. We can get from params const book id is equal to request dot parents dot book id. Deleted book, deleted book, deleted, deleted book. Let me add one book more, my book. Not response in body, my book. Added one book again. Now there will be two books, my book. Let me delete my book with id, delete params slash, it should be deleted. Let me put message deleted successfully. Let me use, okay, internal error. We have to pass this inside and no successfully. Not 201, it should be 200. App.delete book id. Let's see again. Server is running. Null. Await. Book find by id, book id deleted. So it's already deleted, I think. So it's already deleted. Let me add again. Post. ID. Clear. Yes, it's working. Deleted successfully. Now do update. Delete books. 33 minutes. Update books. Let's use post method. Update with book id. Find by id and update. Find by id and update book id. Updated book. Updated book. Here let's pass new true. Let's update with book id. Update this book author only do Paulo post. Let's do Paulo only. Let me send signal. Find by ID and update. Await. Yes, ID is already deleted. CA. Let me use new ID. Then yes, it's working, but not updated. Let me refresh. So it's not updated. Post my book Paulo. Updated value will be yes, we have to pass updated value. Request dot body. Now it should be, yes, it's updated with my book. So let's keep that, and all is working. CRUD in backend. 36 minute. In 36 minute, let use this in front end. let's create let's create some let's add some so many books inside, so we can use in front end. First is let me remove all books, then again add one by one. The acclamastic. Action. Let me add not this route. No, book route. It's working. Atomic habit. Jams clear. What is enum? Fiction. This will be 3.7, 3.5. Some random data added. Let me add last the Hobbit. genre adventure random data 3 4.2 done. There will be 3 data here. Let me create a React app that will be front end. $40. Let me use with npm create with at latest book management React JavaScript npm install. It's installing here. npm run dev. Now let's run this app. Counter remove unnecessary things from here and let me add like npm I bootstrap version 5.3.3 bootstrap, then react router DOM for routing react let's create first navigation component. Here will be component it should be header JSX const header remove this CSS from all things. It should be book management. Import bootstrap inside node module bootstrap dist CSS bootstrap.main.css same for JavaScript dist JS Header, let use bootstrap. Bootstrap. Navigation, control find nav bar. Let's use any nav bar. Responsive, this nav bar. Class to change all class name. It should be on app. There is nav bar. It's responsive. Book management, it should be book management. We use link here, link or nav link we can use. For that we have to use import create react router DOM from react router DOM, create browser router, create browser router provider. Hey Pakwa. It will replace every router. Now we can use, hope it's working. Yes, it's working. We can use link and nav link here. Nav link. href, every href should be 2. This will be slash, home will be also slash. What are the add books route? Add books, this should be slash add books, add book. Other route, we don't want other routes. How it's look like? Home, add book, there is no route, looking fine. Okay, looks fine. We can uh, create home page. Let's create folder pages. Home.jsx, then we can get const home export default home return home. Next, add books. Let's add that route. Add book, add books component. This route in header, add books. Add books home, add books home. We can do this inside children of an app. That will be let's add what we call home component. Grab this and add inside this children. This will be index with true. Next route will be this add book. Where is add book? We can change inside app using outlet. Can use outlet. So, home add book. Now it's look fine. 53 minutes. What we have to do, let's design home. Home have let's put div. It should be container padding 4. It's look fine on the home page. Books list, it should be h3. Class name display 5. Now look fine. Books list, here we can fetch data of our backend. Let me do with context. So every component will receive all the books. Books context J- const, it should be Pascal case. Context export default books context let me import use context and create context. Yeah, create not const import create context use context const book context provider create context then we can use inside our all routes can get the context of our global context. Import books context import books context that will be wrapped around we will receive implicitly children on prop of book context as a prop. If we wrap something, then we will receive children children then we can do books context provider dot provider not prototype provider. You can change the name according to your priority. I have to use provider here, but I use here, so it will work, otherwise not, no problem. Can use children like this, it should be work. And if I do so we don't want to use context in every component, we can do use book context only, use books context, then we can use this function that will be returning this use context with that books context provider. Not status value, let's first see it's working or not. That will be my name, the value. Let's see on the home what is the value of that global book context. Import, we have to export first these things, export as a named export otherwise it won't work. We can't export multiple. With default we have to export multiple things as a named export. Now let's see, use books context, that will be here. Use book context const, then what is the value of that context? That should be my name. Use books context, let me log, or let me display here beside of book list. It should be my name, so it will giving error, I think. It will not showing that error, or it will not showing on the DOM anything. Books context, I think mistake is here. Books context provider, use books context, create context value, books context, may do children here. Then let's see, now also not showing. Book management is working. Context, use books context, let me remove this line, then see what will be the there is error. I comment all this and value text. Main dot jsx, 1 hour 3 minute, I have 2 hour left. Main dot jsx, let me remove this, this will give an error. Value is not defined, where is value? Yes, this value. Now all things working good. So what is the problem with this context? So there is a problem with this context. Let me comment all this again. Books context we are getting here, and inside children, books context provider, children spelling, sometimes this children spelling also wrong. Children spelling is correct, this context, create context that we provide here. Use context. I think there is problem with here this children. Let me do only children. I don't think it will work, but it showing nothing. Error. Book context. Strict more. Books context. What is the error? Book context is not defined. Inside main. Let me remove it. This problem is because of this only. Here children we have to use like this. Or this context only we can do inside any component, I think. So let's do this thing. What is the error? Yes, I have to return here. I forgot to return. Now all things working fine, and now we can see there is some value or not. So this is how I debug the. So this is hard to debug because it's not showing an error and it's also not showing something on the log. So this is hardest to solve that issue. If there is some error I can solve easily, but there is no error, so it's really hard to solve that issue. So as you can see, it's showing that global state and time is 1 minute and 1 hour and 7 seconds. So all things working fine. What we can do is we can create state here. Const that will be our books, set books, and then use state. Initially it should be null. We can create one function that fetch all the data from our backend. We can use function const fetch books. Fetch. We can use a local host. What is that? Localhost / book. I can do const API URL. API URL. I can handle inside that response, return that response.json. Then if there is data, can send that data. Set books, that will be this data. I can also handle loading state, loading, set loading. Initially it should be false. So whenever this function will call, it should be set that loading to true. True. Or let me add here true. Let me handle error also. For now let skip this. If we have time then we can handle error. Set data, then error, catch. Inside we can handle error. So let me do handle that error. Initially null, set error. That will be error dot message. And finally we can that loading state will be false. Set loading will be false. So let's pass this fetch book function to here. Inside value we can pass as object. Name will be fetched here, and we can fetch from there, and we can pass this books also inside here. What we can do is let me fetch on the amount of component. So let's do on mount of that component. It should be work. Let's see here, fetch data and books. Now on mount, let me use effect on mount. On component mount, this should be called every time, then it will give this data console.log books. So there will be data inside our app. So let's see, hope it's work. It's showing null error, so let me refresh again. Localhost. So yes, I have to do course that we use inside this backend. Course middleware we can use apt dot use course. We have to import const course is equal to require course. You can do app dot use course dot what I forgot what credential, something like that. Origin, yes, origin. You can pass this object here, origin. So I am giving here, you can put any domain name that you want to access, and that you want to give access of your server, so I can give anyone right now star for all. So now it should be working. So now it's working, all data are appear inside our app. So we can render on the front end using map method. Let me uh, create one more component, const books list. Time is 1 hour 15 minutes. I have to code fast. This will return. Let me use fragments side. If optional chaining, then map. It will won't give any error. It will give undefined, that will be not render on DOM. Dot map every book object. We can destructure here underscore id, book name, author, what's next, genre, spelling, what we use in backend. Yes, genre, author, rating. Genre, author, rating. So let me return, let me use ul, or let's use row and column would be better, or let me use list only for now. It should have key underscore id. Name list. There is no printing name. Inside list. Title, not name. Now it should be working fine. It's showing that all books on the DOM we added in backend. Yes, now we can stylize using, let me use list, control find list group, use list group item, class name, now it's look fine to me. Now let's add a delete button here. Let's show more information, author, genre and rating. author. Now it's look something like this. Then we can use let me use pen for better look. Now it's look like something like this. Let me give more space. Now looks good to me. Let's add button. That will be delete button. Class name button, button danger. Now we can delete these books from here. Let me add let me do this first add book page. Let's code on this add book first, then we can work on delete. Books, class name, container for. Now let me add form. Books list form. Let me do h5 h3 class name display 5 books list add book. Form label. What first is book title, book title, input mm. 1 hour 23 minutes. ID will be title, HTML4 title, author, genre will be drop down, select option, label genre, ID genre. First will be, let's see on the back end, enum. This all we can add here. Action value action fiction adventure fantasy fantasy. Okay, how it's look like, something like this. Next we want rating. Rating will be number. Title type text. Author type text. Rating type number. Let me design a form. Button submit. Add book. Add book. It will refresh page. Then we have to use event.prevent default. Let me use so let me create one state. Let me first design the form. Class name. What is the class of a form? Input form input control find input group. For label, what it will say, form label. For input, it form control. Class name form control, same for all. It should be form select here. Select. Now let's see how it's look like. So now it's look good. Then button, we have to design the button. Class name button primary, margin top 4. Now it's look fine to me. Now let's get this form data to an object that we send to the backend. Let me first use this in use state. Initially it will be empty object form data set form data. Now let me add variable initial data title initial empty string. Okay, Next, author empty string. Okay, select option initially action. It should be initially action. What genre? Genre initially action. Rating initially it should be 0. Initial data for form, that we can use form data. For value control input, controlled input form data dot title, book title. Next control input is author. Next control input is genre. Dot genre. Next control input is a rating. So let's see. Yes, initially it's action. Initially it's 0. All working fine. We can create one handle form, like function that will be handle form value const handle form data, handle form. So this data we handle form data, or what we can do is we can create this state inside this context form here. Then we can pass this set form data. We can handle from directly here. We can pass this form data here only inside here, so that will be here, that will be no clutter. This looks clean. We clutter only inside context. Let's see. We have to use context for import, use form that books context, and similar for home. Let's get this. Remove this. We are not using this. We no need books. We need form data. Now it should be working. Form data is, yes, it's working. That we are getting from context. Now what we can do, we can create handle form data. This will handle all the things for us. Inside context we can create we can write logic for that. So here inside input on change, we are using handle form data function for everything. Input on select also, on rating also. Let's see. Handle form data, that will be we created here, and this function will be, let me create handle form form const handle form data. You can see on the screen we implicitly receive event object, so we can use here like const. We can also add name, but we have id here already that we are using for HTML4. We have id already, id that will be title, same as a uh, key value, key inside title, author, genre, and rating same looks like this, so we can use that creating object. So we can use id, not we not using name for now. Event dot target id, then value set, time is 1 hour 37 minute, set form data, then we can do we can use previous latest value, latest previous, it would be some empty form data. Da, da, da. Previous we can return like this, we have to use moon bracket for returning object, then we can use id as a name, then we can use value. So we rating for we need number, so we can do like if id is equal to rating, then if this is true, id is rating, then value will be number. So let me multiply by 1 that would be but let me use parse int, that will be better. Parse int, then else store only value. Okay, so now we can see that form data. Let me log that form data inside our Edbook app. Form data console.log form data. If I type some, now initially it's empty, this is initially we did it, so book name is Harry Potter, Harry, so it's working. As you can see, if I type Harry, it's showing on the title. Rating, let's change to 5-star, it's working. Rating also in number, as you can see. Author will be Dumbledore. Dumbledore Dumbledore is also working, so all data are showing here. So we can now store this data on object. So we store this form data on global context, so everyone can everyone can every component, if some component need this data, so they can access this data. uh, what we can do next, here we have to post this. Let me do add books function. Then we can create another state for loading for add book. Loading add book, set add book. Add book error for add book. Add book fetch API URL is the same. We have to pass another object here. Method will be post. Next is next property, headers. That will be again object application slash JSON. I forgot. I use Axios, so I think headers. Last is body that we receive in backend. That will be our object form data. So let me put this form data here, and I have to use json.stringify. Stringify otherwise it direct can't send the object on HTTP methods. Content type, yes, here I can say content type. Application slash JSON. Our content is JSON type. Now it should be, I have to handle that here. Set books, so there will be previous data, and I can store that inside here. Previous data and data, that will be array. Okay, now in the set error, set add book error, loading will be set loading add book. Add book function, let me pass here. So let me create one context object, context obj global context, and add that here all the things, with comma, and I can pass this here inside value. Now it's look better. Add book, you can receive here. So on submit, I have to do on submit, handle on submit. Add books function. Okay, add book function, where is add book function? No. It have also to do event prevent default event dot prevent default. Now it should be post my data to the my name or Harry Potter. Let's do Harry Potter author. Let's do Alex Machine, and fantasy rating 5 star. If I add, click on, so I have to also clear this form data here whenever this is success. So I can do set form data to be initial data. So if this is success, then all will clear automatically. Harry Potter fantasy 5 star. If this is not work, then all data will be here only. So it's worked and all data will be gone away, and it should be on that home page. So this is, there is no Harry Potter here. Why? What happened? Let's see on backend. There is some data on CRUD. Harry Potter. So there is no data is going to backend. Let's see, is there is something error. Let me do something. Let's see, 5. Do log here. So it's refresh the page. That is the problem. So this function is not working as a callback function. On the add book, I did add submit add book, so I have to const handle submit. It's refreshed the page. Let me do e dot prevent default add book should be run here only. Handle submit will go here. Now it should be working. Let me remove event dot prevent default here. Now it should be working. Fantasy 5. There is no data. Why? It's again refresh. Problem is refresh. Form on submit. Prevent spelling is wrong. Default. I think they're also spelling the wrong. That's why it's not fantasy 5 star. So this is not working, and let's see what is there. JSON dot string. Yes, I have to use stringify. Where is stringify? Now let's see. Harry X-Men fantasy 5 star. Previous on 30 line. Not iterable. Set books previous books. Yes, initially it's null. Previous set books previous, then returning array. What is previous value here? Previous value is null. So here also we are not fetching that data. That's why. Let me do this. So here not here, add books. Now it have previous data. Okay, initially it's showing null. So let me not do that here. Previous thing, let me just add if previous is null, then only return that what we call data, else previous then data. But why is not going in backend? Let's see 4 star, and there is backend. So there is 6 data, so all data is already there, posted. Let me remove Harry. Hobbit and Teach. So now if I do add book, it should show that data on home. As you can see, now it's working. Okay, so now it's working. Time is 1 hour 55 minutes. I have only 1 hour. So what I can do is uh, uh, form is working fine, data is coming here. Let's do delete, work on delete. Let me you can use also a custom hook for fetch and delete and update and more. Delete books, delete books, it should be fetch. Then second argument is method delete, method delete, but here we have to pass the book ID. API URL slash book ID let me use template literal book ID also. That will receive from function parameter. So let me use this fetch on here only mount, otherwise it will keep getting null and we can't delete. We can also delete, but not like we cannot perform. Like if we use this form and this book list on one page, then it will show simultaneously that uh, CRUD operation. But now we are changing the route, it won't affect that much. So but here we have to do that because we are not changing route for delete. So let me use effect here, only use effect and it will run on every mount. This will solve all problem. Not from, let me not use here on use effect, let me use but not on this book here. Where is the book? Add book, and here I not used that fetch book. Books, use effect and fetch book on every mount. Yes. So here what we can do, if deleted successfully, then here we can get previous data dot filter. Then we can use book dot underscore ID is not equal to book id, then we can remove directly, it will show on the DOM, so this will be better. And delete book, let me pass through contacts, and in home there will be delete book function, and run on click of this button, on click, delete books. Now it should be working as expected. Let me delete Harry Alex. It's not working. What is the error? Resource response status of 500. So this is server error. What is we use logic for delete book id. Okay, so we have to pass book id. I forgot that I have to pass book id, that will be this id. Let me wrap this inside anonymous function, then underscore id. Now it should be working. Let's click on delete. Yes, it's working. Delete also working, add book also working, and read also working. 1 hour is left, 2 hours 2 minutes is completed. Now I have to do update also. Hey, this is so exhausting. 3 hours 3 hours video I am doing first time. Backend I am doing full stack app, backend and front end. Now we can also use this only, this form only, this add form only we can use for update. Like, let me add one button here. For update on the home, that will be edit, same as update, edit. And we cannot use, we can use here nav link here, or we can use link here. Then we can pass to what is route for, what is the route for? Link is not defined, so let's define that. Link, import link from React router DOM. Add book route, add books, it should go add books route, and inside we can pass some this all form data in status or state. Yes, state, and we can pass all this data. So let's pass this data to this as an object. Now let's see, we are receiving this data or not in this form. State console, we have to use so use navigation. What hook for const use navigate or use location, use location. Location use navigate, also not showing here. Yes, that came from React Router DOM. Import use navigate or navigation for navigate. We use location, not navigate, location. Now it should show on the log, console.log location.state. If I click on edit, let me do some padding. Margin start 3. Color is not nav link. Not here, inside home. Button primary. Margin start 3 or margin end, yes, not strong. Yes, if I click on edit, it should show that data. Yes, its data is coming from there, so I can use like if here in add book, if this is true, so let me do variable is update. So is update is true, then and only it should be update. Is update is true, we can use insert here. Is update is true, then I can do update book. As you can see, it's showing update book. If I go without clicking on the edit, it should show add book, but if I do here, it say update book. It's working. Let's change button also. Is update book, add book. Add some space. Button also say update book. This say add book, update book. I have to store that data inside here. Okay. So I have to again pass that data to in a context. There will be in context in the form data, set form data. handle form data. We can do this state. We can create one function on use effect on mount. If this is true, then use that handle form data. Okay, again I have to create that update. Let me do update inside context handle form data, handle update form data, and then I can do handle form data. It will receive that all data as an object, and it will pass that data directly here, so it should be working. This is how we solve things as a developer. Handle form data. Handle form data update form data, this state value. Now it should be yes. Now it should work. James clear all things, it's working. Yes. Now we can update, but in adbook why it's showing that? Adbook it should be not showing that data initial, so we have to do conditional rendering that if location dot and what we can do is if yes, if else we can do that initial reset function, reset form handle reset, that will be initial data handle reset, the handle reset form data. Let's see if I go edit again, add book, it's not working. So let me remove this, so and reset handle reset, handle reset. Update is showing, but if I go add book again, then it's not clearing. Add book, okay. Add book. If let's console this, console.log is update. Right now it's null. Yes, we have to see null. If it's null, it's showing null. It should be working then. Reset. It should be worked. Why previously it not worked? 2 hours 17 minutes. So it's working. Yes, if I go edit, if I go this route, this is not going. Reset form data is not defined. Form data. Whenever this is update is changing, it should be run this again and again. The form data. Now it should be working. As you can see, yes, it's working. Yes. All things are working. Update is all working. Let me update this Paulo Coelho. So update, we not handle the update right now. Let me do if if is update, then add book, else update book, update book. Let me pass to the context update books. Here let me create update book. Books data will be similar like this. Handle form data. I think I don't need this. This will handle that all things. Handle form data. We don't need update separately. Update books. Let's run only that update book only. and let's see it's working or not. Let's do here 3 star, then let's see update and go home. It's not updated. Three, then update book, method post, each child's internal server books, or yes, we have to use another function that will be update post with id. We have to use with id. Time is 2 hour 21 minute. Books context, route, update route is different. Update book, update books, fetch API URL, same as delete. Then post method, yes. Form data, yes. Update book, let's use update book. Why it's showing? Update book async. Book ID, book ID, book ID, update book. We can use redux for this, for better use context. It's we have to type so many boilerplates here. Use update book, update book. Let me put here if else. Is update is true, then use this. Let me do null. Now let's see it's working. Star is 3, update book, and it's not working. What is the error here? 3 internal book. Yes, I have to pass book ID. Where is the book ID? Handbook book ID here. Dot underscore ID. Now let's see. Rating is 3. Let's see, there is error. So there is no error, and it's updated, so it's working. So here I have to use key for every. I use key. So why it's giving an error? If I do 4 again, if I go home, key should be unique, so that component 86. So here key is not the different. Here key are same for what? This ID 86. So I have to I think, let's see how to solve this. In delete we can do if half hour left. 2 hour 27 minute. Update book, and here we can see, yes, we are not handling this. That's why we can do previous. What we can do here? Of I. We can do previous of data of I. We have to update that thing. Data constant. Book. Where is date for initial for books? Index const. Index is equal to book dot find index. Find index where book of underscore ID is equal to book ID. All we can do is set books previous dot map book if book dot underscore ID is equal to book ID, then uh, return that new data, else return only that old book. We not don't need index. Now see this logic, it's working or not. This will be 3. Update, and if I go here, now it's working and not giving any error. So we done this create, update, delete and all CRUD operation on the books management. Let's see if there is some error or not. Home page no error, on edit no error. Let me update some other books so you can see. I can say my name Ankit, and here also Ankit Patel. It will be adventure. Rating is 5. If I update, there will be no error, and here it's updated. I can also delete, there will be no error. All things are working fine, and here also there will be only 2 data. 28 minutes are left and we done making the app, kind of full stack app. We created book, we listed that book, we read that book, and we update that book, and we can delete all that book. So we can also do so much things, but right now, like, we can handle that uh, errors, and we can show on also loading things, and we can also uh, handle uh, error here, this error that we give here. Some message also we can give here using array. In second element we can say add some message. So this is how we can uh, create kind of full stack app. I created backend, all CRUD operation, and like create, read, update and delete, all things are working. So if you have any question you can ask me on comment. So thank you.